You're saying this is how she should layer her standards while she's dating, right? But then you literally relinquish the key standard that you continue to reiterate, and you didn't hold him to a standard of the money part, and you found success because you looked at other traits that actually qualify him as a leader, as a good person to be around, be with, and etc. You didn't predicate it on money, and now seemingly you happy. You didn't even put the timeline parameters on him. You was his girlfriend in day 2. I was in high school and he sent you a note. So you went away from those so-called standards that you wanted, and you found success. Also, the standards that you're saying you have, and this none of y'all can prove that you have those standards. You can't substantiate it because the men in your past overwhelmingly don't hit these monetary standards that y'all continue to talk about. It'd be one nigga, like the $1 million nigga, and then the rest of the niggas was regular niggas. So the standard would be more predicated on the volume. Most of the niggas that y'all deal with is regular. Y'all got the one nigga who had $1 million, now all of a sudden that's your standard. Nah, beloved. It's the cab driver who makes 70 grand that's doing good. It's the Target store manager who makes 65, 70,000 who doing good and he get bonus and now he make 90, right? But y'all like $1 million nigga, and only know $1 million nigga. Look at this, right? Because we hear this intimidation thing, right? And I'm looking at it's an annoying factor. It's a behavioral issue. What is there to be intimidated about? I don't see it in mass. Am I bugging?
I think maybe you don't see it because you're not that type of man, right? But although I haven't experienced, I have heard women say that they have dealt with men that's been intimidated by them. Like me personally, I've never dated anybody that was intimidated by my success, but I've heard men see me out and might don't want to talk to me because they think a certain way of me. Oh, the way that I look. Oh, you pretty. You look intimidating. I have heard that, but I'm just not that type of man. You can't see it. You won't be able to understand it.
I was gonna say that I don't think that men are intimidated in the way that women express it.
Right.
So in my head when I hear, because I've heard women say, "Oh, men are intimidated by me" as well. Like I've heard that from my friends sometimes, and like, I know my friends. So is he intimidated, or is that you coping because he ain't want to mess with you
And
no more?
that's the thing. I think it's more so a coping mechanism
Yeah,
because
that's
who the fuck really like you really be like, oh, I'm that girl. So when you get a guy that, all right, the vibe is vibing, you may be that girl, but like Kent was saying earlier, the behavior or even just having that ego, sometimes you do have to adjust. I feel like, and most people, I don't think so. I don't think they adjust.
I
yeah.
agree. I agree for sure.
Women don't adjust. I don't think women adjust. Majority of women don't adjust. If a man even try to talk any type of way about like, their behavior, how they are towards them, it's strict. It's straight to intimidation. Oh, you're intimidated by me. It's no self-reflection period. It's no, what am I doing? It goes straight to intimidation. And I don't understand why. Well, I understand it because it's a coping mechanism. But for me, it's just like, why would that be the automatic? Why would that be the automatic jump? Because men and women aren't even in competition with each other for women to be intimidating to a man. We're not even running in the same race. So it's just like, how would we be
But
men and we're not in competition with each other?
so
Not in
we
the same
not
race.
in competition, but it's still like, I don't know. I'm that girl. So it's like, especially if you accomplish stuff or you culture or whatever the case is, you do feel like you
Well, saw it.
You can tell when somebody is really
yeah.
confident
Hold
in
on, y'all.
themselves. I think.
Hold on,
Okay.
y'all. Real quick. Let me just add this. Think about this. The men that are on her quote unquote level don't want her either. So
But that's where the
how do you reconcile that?
reconcile it. But I think that's the issue because if you're on that level, if I feel like it may be more the draw of the inconvenience and the annoyance because it's like we on the same playing field, but still your behavior or how when I bring up something, how you frown your face up or the tone or any little things, I can sit there and like I said earlier, I can put that on my little notebook like this may be a problem in the future. So if I find someone else that she on the same playing field as me and she compliant. Oh, did I want to say compliant? I don't know. But you with the program.
Saw it. Take this walk with me. The men on her quote unquote level don't want her either.
Why they tequila? Because it doesn't matter. They don't care about that, how educated you are, how much money you make. So I think and we're not on the same level no matter if y'all got the same salary. So let's just be clear there. Because it sounds like we're still talking about levels And I don't think we've leveled it out correctly, because regardless of where y'all salary are, even if they match, y'all not on the same level.
I think it's the ego, because like the ego of a man can be his downfall like that. And I feel like that's the same thing with a woman. It fucks us up when it comes to like actually I think submitting to a man.
I want to
I
ask.
feel like
What,
if he doesn't feel like he on the level, then that could pose a problem. Like I said, am I annoying, or are you just annoyed?
He probably annoyed, but then I gotta be like, why the fuck am I with this nigga? Because it's like, keep on. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to ask her. I don't know her name. I
Joy,
can't see.
Joy.
Joy, because I think I heard you speak about the level. We're not on the same level a few times, right? As a man, do you believe we're talking about levels? Or do you believe that every man is a leader, can be labeled as a leader just because they're a man?
So I don't think so.
No, not Joy, not Joy.
Yeah, because
That's not Joy.
Sorry, my bad, Joy.
I don't think that was me.
Sorry, that's my
she
fault.
has glasses on. She has the blonde on her dress.
Oh, Coach.
Tay.
Yeah, the lot. But you said what now? What do
I said, I heard you speak about levels, right? You said something about we're never going to be on the same level as a man. I wanted to ask you, when you speak about levels, do you believe that just because he's a man, he was born a man, do you feel like every man is a leader? What do you mean by level? We're not on the same level as a man.
I was commenting on, I forgot who said it, but y'all were saying that it just kept coming up about men and women being on the same level. So that's what I was commenting on. And no, I don't believe women are on the same level as men, regardless of his lack of, or regardless of his leadership or the lack thereof.
So right. So that's what I was saying. Like, what do you mean by that though? What do you mean by women are not on the same level regardless of? Because what would I ask? What makes a man a leader to you? What would make you accept a man as your leader?
I was just saying men and women aren't equal. So I wasn't talking about leadership. I was just saying men and women.
Okay.
So we're not equal in a lot of aspects, especially how we function. But when we are talking about, and I mentioned it, I'm talking about every day, being able to communicate, being able to be financially stable. That's where I'm talking about an even playing field. But when it comes to leadership of the man, no, I do feel like the levels are uneven. But at times, like I said, I think we are even.
Well, she's saying very clearly, so if you could respond to this, men and women are not equal. Tay, correct me if I have to say it plainly. What you're saying is men are above women,
regardless of how much they making.
So when Caressa says,
I was just saying a woman's place is not on the same level of a man, regardless if we talking about income or not. That's my point.
The men are still at a higher level,
regardless,
because her money doesn't make her level up over the man.
No, because that don't matter. It doesn't matter how much you make as a woman or what kind of degree you got. That doesn't matter.
So sorry,
or how successful you are.
So sorry that I just not say you didn't understand, Saad, but that's more plain. You see.
And to say in that aspect, I totally agree. But when I am stepping outside of relationships, and just like in life, think we are even, and then at points in that relationship, we are even. Hierarchy is the hierarchy. It just goes back to like what you were saying about the DMs. There's an agreement that we should both be on this plan. But if the final decisions come to you making that decision, HAMP, you're going to make it. It's going to supersede whatever Kylie got to say.
But that means we're not equal.
Yeah.
So we're not equal.
We're not equal. Period.
I don't know that.
All right. Hold on. Let take a second. Organize. Caressa got a juice box. Jesus Christ. Right. So let me see. Crazy. All right. So we got Tay's sentiment on the table. Slow down, Joy. I see you half smiling.
Because I'm like, wait.
All right, hold on, Joy. Slow down. That's why I told you slow down before you started. All right, so Tay said what she said. You agree or disagree with her, Aaliyah?
I agree.
Callie?
No, because she said regardless of leadership. And that's where I was like,
agree or disagree? No, wait, I need an answer. Come on.
No, if she's retracting regardless of leadership, then I would agree.
She ain't retracting it.
Regardless of leadership?
Yes, no, Callie, come on. Cal, come on. You agree?
Regardless of leadership, we on the same level. If she's not retracting regardless of leadership, then we on the same level, except for like physical strength. Other than that, no, we on the same level.
All right, so you disagree. All right, so you disagree. I should have just accepted the no when you said it. That's my fault. Caressa.
I disagree.
To me, it's a broadcast.
I got 2 points.
And we need a straight up answer, and then we'll get
I feel you.
context.
I feel you.
I'm gonna go with
This is so
disagree.
hard.
I'm gonna go with disagree.
Sword.
No, I'm gonna go with agree. I'm going with agree.
Oh, Sorty.
I feel like I need to go with don't agree because I would tell y'all I got 2 points too. But I feel like I do agree.
Come on.
But then it's just like it's that little word for me.
Hey, sweetheart. We need an answer. We need an answer.
I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna say no.
No what? You
I don't
disagree.
agree.
I don't even want to ask Joy. Joy.
You already know.
Aaliyah, why do you agree with Coach Tay? The number was 5 again.
I agree with Coach Tay because, like I had said before, like, we're not even running in the same race. We're on, you can see a man and a woman. We're on 2 different paths. Our lives are not the same. Our life trajectory is not the same. Our experiences are not the same. We're just not the same. The only thing that we're basically the same at is the fact that we're human. I think that's pretty much it. We just aren't in the same playing field. We're on 2 different paths, 2 different life trajectories. It's not the same. So we're just not on the same level.
So, Aaliyah, now you're saying different.
Right.
Tay said men better.
Oh, I still agree with that.
So you're saying that men are better than
Yeah, because I feel like y'all have harder life experiences than women. So that automatically means you have to go through harder things in life. Our lives are a little bit more cushy and a little privileged as women in America, especially. So we're just not the same.
So you rank
we're
women too.
Yes.
Callie?
Can I ask a question before?
All right. Go ahead.
How
Question,
many
right?
of the women here have had children? Have had children. That's my
have
question.
kids.
5
That's
out
why
of
you can
5
talk
out
like
of the
that.
7.
I figured.
All right. Well, Joy, we'll get the context of why you said that. All right.
Because what? A childbirth? What?
All right. Hold on. Hold on, Joy. We coming around. We coming around.
That's a whole nother thing.
Right.
All right. Let's get Callie because she had the next number. Callie?
I feel what Aaliyah is saying, running different races. I am not a leader. So when it comes to that type stuff or whatever, if the regardless of leadership is not taken out of the equation, if you aren't a leader, then we the same. Ain't no hierarchy at that point.
I agree.
Okay. You're saying he's just stronger than you.
Yeah, he's just stronger than me.
What distinct is interesting? What distinct advantage do you have? So he's not a leader, you're not a leader, right? What's your distinct advantage?
I don't feel I have one.
He does.
What is it?
Physical prowess, right? I'm just using what you said. You said physical prowess. Well, you said physical prowess, right? You admitted that.
But
Hold on, Saw. She said that. That's why I'm asking. Because Callie said he probably stronger, right? So I'm asking, right? He's not a leader. Oh, you're not a leader either. What distinct advantage do you have? He has the distinct advantage, right? We're talking about men in general, right? Of physical prowess. Does that make him what? Does that? So you're saying, but he's still not. He has a distinct advantage, but even still, he ain't better.
No, just because you're stronger than me don't mean you're better than me.
So all things being equal, and then there's a physical advantage. You saying that person isn't? They're still on the same plane.
You're not better than me just because you're stronger than me.
Literally better, no?
It's
No.
because you're using the word. Hold on. Because
We're talking about physicality.
Real quick, y'all.
Right?
Hey, now listen. Be very keen, right? We don't want to get too out of order where we just start just blurting out because then we got 500 people watching. It gets discombobulated. It just, when we say advantage and we saying but still, that kind of is oxymoronic. But do you guys want to comment on that? Joy and Saw, you can, but then we'll have to wait for you guys to comment on the agree or disagree question. So you want to comment on the physical advantage part, or you want to comment on why men aren't better? Go ahead. Saw, Saw, you said
don't mean nothing. That's what I said.
No. Every bully on every movie was dumb and strong, and he ran to school. Well, whatever. So, you said number 7. I think that you were closest, right? What you think?
No, I agree with Kylie. If that little stipulation wasn't in there, then I would be completely yes. But because of that, and because I know a wise older gentleman told me one day, he was like, we may actually need the women to lead. And it wasn't by majority. It was always the small minority. But there are some men who get in this place, I guess, being stagnant or just not, I guess, having their father figure to guide them or teach them this leadership, that they may have to all the little wings, that independent boss woman, and it works just fine. And sometimes, if it doesn't work, he can now flap his wings, and go off and be successful.
So, you're saying that the majority of women could play that role better than men?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, because we're looking at it holistically. So you disagree with Tay. Hey, can you bring me that 1738? Thank you. Thank you.
Don't do it.
You getting some risky fuel?
And she bought it for me yesterday. But I got
Bring
food
some
here too.
water, too.
So you're
Tell
saying
Miss Watson I said what's up when
I'll
she
tell
come
her when
back.
she come back. So Sal, you're saying that you think most men are gonna be better in leadership roles?
So I 100% think that most men.
Thank you.
Oh, that's
Callie
tricky.
said-
Well, we actually all say hey.
Oh,
I actually think, this is so hard because I don't know. I'm going to give y'all good faith. I'm going to say the majority of men are leaders, but I like to do the baby mama is terrorists and we the problem. There is that minority that is making it rough out here.
all right. I'm gonna let Sal's sentiments live. Who was next? I forgot. Joy.
I think
go ahead,
me.
Timmy. Yeah, I think you were Timmy. Go ahead.
I agree with Sai. I think that's her name, right? Sai and
Sure.
Aaliyah. I agree with them. I do feel that men definitely have it harder than women, for sure. And that's just, and if we're talking about with jobs, with just regular day-to-day life, women have it so much easier than men, for sure.
So you just agree that men one, women two.
So I think that men is one, women two. That's what you said?
Ranking.
Yeah, for sure. I think the majority of men does have more leadership than women, for sure.
Are they just better?
Better? Why we gotta go to
He always do that.
Why do we gotta say better?
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. What I noticed, I asked it to Leah. Y'all was silent as church mouse. So I'm just asking the same thing I had asked to Leah.
Do I think that men is better? I think they have to go through more, so that does make them better. Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm gonna save Joy for last, man. She woke now. You can't tell it's 2 a.m. Ressa, what you think, man?
So I think men have the potential to lead. However, it depends on the woman that's in their life. I don't think they have the potential to lead every woman that they come across. For example, a man working at Target, he's going to be able to lead a household when his wife is working at Target too. That'll work for them. That man, unfortunately, would not be able to lead me and my household. So I think every man probably has that ability, but he needs to find a person who I guess is, I don't want to say level because I feel as though we've been using that word out today, but she has to be on his level in order for him to be able to lead her. I don't think a man sitting at home all day playing video games can effectively lead someone such as myself, keeping it real.
Well, now you kind of
We went
leadership to
back.
money,
Wait,
and I
we
think
went
that's
back
what's
to
bad.
money again, though. Correct?
Again,
All right, this what I'm gonna do. This what I'm gonna do. This what I'm gonna do. Hey, check. This what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give y'all 3 minutes to go off. All right, however it go, it go. Y'all was all talking at once. Go.
So I'm like, so you can't tie his leadership to the money aspect. I would say you would tie leadership to his character and his actions, not just because he worked at Target don't mean he can't be a leader. That's all
So
I'm
let
saying.
me ask you this, Callie. So let's say you met a guy who, let's say he is living in his mom's basement. He's unemployed at the moment, smokes weed all day, chronic alcoholic. Is that a man that you would allow to lead you and your household?
That's not a leader. Of course, that's not a leader. But
He
you
wouldn't
said a
even be
man
an
that worked at
option.
Target. Wait, you said a man. The first we have to stick with what you said at first. You said Target. A man that has a job. A man that is employed.
That's
Why
an
isn't he?
example.
Why
Again,
can't? But why?
again, if you would have listened to me correctly, I never said he couldn't lead. I said he can't lead me.
Right.
That's the
Okay.
difference.
So,
Y'all are
but you
hopping on me. I'm saying he can't lead anyone.
no.
He might be able to lead you. He just can't lead me. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but you
I
based
get
his
that.
leadership upon his finances, correct? Because he worked at Target. You feel that he can't lead you, right?
Correct.
Correct.
He cannot lead me.
Right. So basically, you're basing a man's leadership off of finances, which it's a whole
And
lot of goofies with money out here. Do you know that?
and again,
It's a lot of
and I'm
leaders.
not
It's a lot of
saying
men
they're
with money that
not,
ain't
and I'm
that ain't a leader.
And I'm not saying they're not, but again, in terms of what Caressa, in terms of what Caressa is looking for, In order to lead me, you need to be financially secure. In order to lead me, you need to be a man of integrity. I'm not just going to let any man with a dick between his legs walk into my house talking about, hey, babe, I'm a leader. That's not how we do it over here. What makes you a leader? Just because you were born male does not make you a leader. What qualities do you
totally feel
have
you on
that you are?
right? Any old nigga ain't no leader, right? Just because you got a penis
That's
don't mean
how
you a
it's being
leader.
presented. Every man is a leader
That's
because,
not what I said.
again,
Not what I said.
You clarify
every
what you
man
said just to
is a
make sure.
Not what I
leader.
said. What do you think I said?
She said, regardless of finances and regardless of leadership, he's better. But the thing is,
I said
right?
that. That's what you heard.
Yeah, you said regardless of leadership.
I don't care how much money he makes, because y'all were talking about being on the same level. A woman, regardless, is never going to be on the same level as a man. I don't care how much she makes, how successful she is according to society's standards.
You said regardless of leadership as well. That's the only reason why I
Why
disagree
tie
with
his leadership finances? Why tie his leadership to finances when you don't know his character? When you haven't given yourself a chance to know his integrity, because all you're worried about is how much money he's making. That could be his part-time job that he works at Target, but you're judging him saying he's not a leader because he works at Target. So I just think that's unfair when you're basing his leadership and tying it to a finance or a certain number because he doesn't make what you make. How do you know that he doesn't? When you don't give him the time of day, you won't have the conversation. So how would you know?
Just because he works at Target doesn't mean he's financially stable. He's financially stable. He could be financially stable on his level, right? He can pay all of his bills. He got enough money to save and all that kind of stuff like that. He is, for all intents and purposes, could be financially stable on that level working at Target.
On that level.
That doesn't mean he's not a leader.
Again, I never said he wasn't a leader. Again, I said he can't lead me. That's the difference in the conversation. He could lead somebody else. He just can't lead over here in this household. That's the difference.
Can I ask you why he can't lead you?
Because when I'm looking for, that doesn't fit my criteria.
How would you know?
I'm asking you this.
And I'm answering your question. When I'm looking for a leader, in my opinion, is a man who is financially stable. Do not come to me if your finances are not up to par. In my opinion, you cannot lead me. You might be able to lead somebody else if you're in between jobs, if you're making minimum wage. That's great. That doesn't work for me. That's all that I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, right? But I get exactly what you're saying. But why can't he lead you if you're financially stable, right? If finances doesn't even matter to you because you're not looking for a man in a financial aspect. Why isn't he able to lead you in other aspects?
I never said it doesn't matter. I've always maintained that I'm looking for a provider. Again, does he have to be rich? He does not have to be rich. However, he does have to make a certain amount of money that I'm comfortable with. So I said a man working that wouldn't work for me. And I'm just using that as an example because I know off the bat that just wouldn't work for me.
You gotta say you really can't be mad at that.
I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying she's entitled to her own preference, right? But what I'm saying is I don't believe a man finance is what makes him a leader. You get what I'm saying? I feel like majority of leaders will be financially stable if we really want to get down to it. But what is financial stability to her? Financial stability is to me being able to provide and take care of your family. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that, and as long as that man can provide for himself and his family, what more are you looking for?
So I think,
but if you're working at Target, you can $20 an hour cannot pay my bills.
It's not going to take care of her lifestyle.
That's
so then that's where a lot of
you're looking for a man to pay your bills. So do you? But
if you're living with me, you're paying our bills. You're not paying my bills. If we're a family and we're living together, it's not my bills. It's our bills.
Okay,
and let me make this very clear. I don't look for a man to pay for shit for me. I'm not one of those girls who you got to get my hair done, my nails done when we're in the dating stage. But the moment you move in, the moment you coming over with a spend the night bag, you better come over with some money to spend. Because there's some expenses up in this household, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely nothing wrong with that. At that point, you definitely want a man. If y'all in the same household, y'all definitely doing what works for y'all as far as finances and bills, right? But you saying that a man needs to pay this and that. What are you doing? Are you paying bills as well in your house? Y'all bills too?
Or no, that doesn't.
You going
I mean,
50-50,
he wanted
Carissa?
my house. So clearly this show been running before he even got here. I'm in
So
this
you're
house.
okay with a man moving in with you. Because I'm trying to understand. Typically, women with the standards that you have would never even allow a man to move in with them. So that's what I'm trying to figure.
My house, I actually decorated my house. My house is designed to my liking. So in order for me to move out of my house, my comfort, my investment, it's gonna have to be something very grand. Because like I said, my house is very comfortable, it's modern, great school district, great area. I have no reason to move. So again, if I meet somebody and you know what, everybody who's been to my house loves my house too. If it gets to the point where we agree that he would move in, I'm comfortable with that. I shouldn't have to pick up and uproot myself when again, I've already established a household, I've already established a house. And that's why I'm saying I'm established. I don't need a man to come in and say, babe, we need to do X, Y, and Z. I'm already doing that on my own. I've been doing that independently for years. So that's why either we're going to mesh well together or we're just not going to work out. And that's okay because everybody's not meant for everybody.
Right. And I follow you, but I think it's just a lot of I don't want to place judgment on you, but you saying if you're dealing with a man, I'm sure he's already well established. I'm sure he has the comfort of his own home. So if you saying that you accept this man as your leader because you in every aspect, you can't just dictate what he's going to lead you in, correct?
So the thing is, if I'm accepting him, that means that I see potential in him, in which I do believe I could be led by him. I just don't give that to every man who walks through my door
Right.
because he's a man. That's the vibe that's being portrayed is just because he's a man, he should be able to lead you. No. Only a certain type of man can lead me. You have to have a certain education level, a certain type of income. Because let's be real, men have qualities in women that they're looking for too. They have a certain type of physique they're looking for. They want to be nurtured. They want their back rubbed, their toenails clipped. Got shit that they're looking for too. So why is it that a woman say, hey, in order to lead me, this is what I need. I need X, Y, and Z. Why is it automatically she's undateable, she's tarnished, whatever it is that they're saying out there?
I don't think nobody
I think we
was
got
saying
caught
that.
up on the. I think we got caught up on the example of Target, like her having her standards for the type of life that she's accumulated for herself. It really does make sense now because she also said that she would go beneath. I don't want to say beneath, but she would date someone who finances does not really align. Target is a big step down now.
Thank you. And
But what I'm saying is it's really capped though at this point because you just said that you was dating somebody that you weighed way more than that you allowed to lead you. So it's like which one is it? I'm trying to understand.
But again, what I'm saying is I'm in a certain bracket where I make a lot more money than a lot of the men that I've dated. So even if that
what are we
man makes
talking about?
even if he makes significantly less than I do, he's still not working at Target.
But
so that's the point that I'm making. So again, somebody working at Target making $20 an hour, you cannot contribute to my household. You cannot contribute towards my lifestyle. We won't live comfortably. And let's be real, ladies, when we're dating, we want the person who we're going to take home to our families. We want someone who's going to a good reflection upon us. You're not just going to take anybody home because the first thing your parents are going to want to ask is, what do they do for a living? That's the first question they ask. Where did he go to school? Does he have any kids? So why is it that when a woman stands by that and say, hey, in order for us to take things to the next level, you got to have a certain amount of income coming in. It's a problem. But when you're taking somebody home, the first questions that your parents are going to ask is, where'd you meet him? What type of work does he do? You see? So that's why I'm like, I don't buy into all of this.
All right.
Because everybody knows at the end of the day, it sounds good on YouTube, but in real life, y'all are not even following.
All right, but the thing is, Caressa, that's what they're trying to tell you. You said a thing on YouTube and you're not doing it. And then you're saying, hey.
I'm not saying. I'm saying everything that I said.
Hey. Untimely interjection is unnecessary. I've been windmilling for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm saying
3 minutes.
My bad. So ain't nothing else in that Coca-Cola, by the way.
Damn.
Hey, this part though, Caressa, right? You're saying a thing where you're saying this is how she should layer her standards while she's dating, right? But then you literally relinquish the key standard that you continue to reiterate. and you didn't hold him to a standard of the money part, and you found success because you looked at other traits that actually qualify him as a leader, as a good person to be around, be with, and etc. You didn't predicate it on money, and now seemingly you happy. You didn't even put the timeline parameters on him. You was his girlfriend in day 2, like y'all was in high school, and he sent you a note. So you went away from those so-called standards that you wanted, and you found success. Also, the standards that you're saying you have, and this is now I'm gonna zoom out. None of y'all can prove that you have those standards. You can't substantiate it because the men in your past overwhelmingly don't hit these monetary standards that y'all continue to talk about. It'd be one nigga, like the $1 million nigga, and then the rest of the niggas was regular niggas. So the standard would be more predicated on the volume. Most of the niggas that y'all deal with is regular. Y'all got the one nigga who had $1 million. Now all of a sudden that's your standard. Nah, beloved. It's the cab driver who makes 70 grand that's doing good. It's the Target store manager who makes 65, 70,000 who doing good and he get bonus, so now he make 90. Right? But y'all like, yeah, no $1 million nigga. Nah, you only know $1 million nigga.